Yeah, so my name's Freddy Wells.
I am Karlov Nevsky.
My name is Gloria Hansen.
My name's Knox Owens.
So my name's Kevin Murphy. I'm 34. I'm from Santa Barbara, California. I flip houses professionally, and I'm telling you right now, I'm here to flip this house and all these people on their heads.
Halfway through, you guys get a weekend of frolicking about. You get to see Italy. They offer to helicopter you to Milan and to Florence. You get to visit the great museums and look at the art and hang out with the natives. You can bring hotties back to your rooms and enjoy the delicious value of being here as famous future movie stars. You are told you cannot talk about why you're here. The first rule of reality show is you don't talk about reality show.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yes, you can't tell people why you're here. You are just tourists. You are enjoying the town. You are enjoying your time. Do any of you try to either build relationships or break relationships or ensure that no relationships are formed?
I really wanted to build a relationship with James, and by James I mean Freddy, because
All right.
I don't know. I feel like Karlov is like the dad I wish I didn't have. Always kind of like quietly keeping to himself. I wanted to pick his brain.
My character tends to wear black turtlenecks unless the weather is hot, and then I just wear black t-shirts, and I'm usually seen with my knees curled up to my chest.
That's okay, dude. We'll work on it, man. I'll give you some tips.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, so...
As soon as you walk into the first museum in Milan, you immediately see people who are just like you.
Yes.
Like they recognize you as like,
I fit in.
The only difference is that they have berets, and they're going, he is just starting. He is not yet acquired his beret. It's like,
Freddy's fitting in with all the
Enjoy the
mimes
break.
in the city of Milan.
No, well, I have like long, like sweeping kind of swooped up brown hair, and then I always wear really stupid horn-rimmed stupid glasses, like wire-frame glasses. So I'm just always like looking around, all shifty like.
there's a brief moment where a 5-year-old comes up and almost thinks you're a mime, and then like walks away dejectedly
Yes.
when he sees that your face is.
I am that pale.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's like, oh, not a mime.
So, Brasovia used to be part of Russia. Russia is pretty good allies.
Brasovia was never a part of Russia. It was the Soviet
alright.
Union.
Soviet Union. Soviet Union, which I feel has pretty good
Alright.
relationship with
Says
Chinese.
Brazilian
So I'm going to try and get in with Jin, who I feel will be the wild card.
Okay.
She doesn't speak English, does she?
Forgot about
She speaks perfect English.
Oh, she does speak perfect
You are
English.
required to study English in China from the time you are in the 2nd grade.
Oh,
She speaks better.
In China, we speak English,
She
we
speaks
speak
better
Chinese,
English than
and we
you,
must learn
Carl.
foreign language.
It's same in home country, Brasovia. I studied in Cambridge. Where did you study English?
In China.
In school, in China.
So-
we don't get to go overseas for education in China.
What do you do in your free time?
What freak
There
time?
is no free time. I work in
Factory
factory.
worker.
I work in factory 10, sometimes 12 hours a day.
They're building a great rapport with
And
one
I
another.
send money home to my family.
I feel we don't have as much in common as I once believed.
Secret
No.
alliance.
No.
They're trying to throw us off.
In China, factory workers basically are they're drones. They lead the villages to try to get a job in a factory so that they can work 12-hour days. They live in a dormitory with 3 other people who work in the factory, and they send money back to the village where their aged parents can no longer work.
I'm sorry. I feel bad. Can I give you money?
She is so insulted she would not talk to you anymore. like,
critical failure.
good God. She's a real adult human person. She's not like a native from like Central Africa. It's like, would you like this bauble? It's like, I would give you this glass bead if you give me your
I'll give you this
native
bag of corn for your land.
If I am to lose to one person, it'll be Jin.
Karlov is like the dad I wish I didn't have.
I asked Abigail if she's ever beheaded a chicken before.
That's a dumb
Personally,
Yeah.
only as a little girl.
What was it like?
It was just like work. Like,
Did-
what do you mean? What was it like?
Well,
Like,
I've heard after they lose it, the body like runs around on its own for a while. Is that true?
that's kind of an urban legend. I mean, it twitches and things like that, but no, that doesn't really happen.
Oh, okay. But you guys have never like eaten the heads or anything.
No, we ship those off.
All right.
You eat chicken heads?
No.
You're not supposed to. I heard the Chinese do, but
Oh, maybe I'll talk to. Well, anyway, and then I pat her on the I pat her on the shoulder and I go, it's good we had this talk, and I walk off.
she clearly thinks you're touched in the head.
Yes.
Like,
Strawberry. Oh my
she would make the sign of the cross, but she's a good Baptist woman. And she doesn't do that kind of thing. It's like she thinks you're definitely kind of weird. By the way, Gloria, Caesar would love to spend more time with you.
I'm sure he would.
It's like,
Get that,
Sure he would.
get that showman.
I will
it's like,
just
you know,
like.
I've been in Italy many times before. I could certainly show you around. I speak a bit of Italian.
I bet you do.
It's so similar
That's
to
really
Spanish.
nice. And then I just walk off. That's
Do
really
you
nice.
not give him like any hope or?
Well, no, that's not it. I'll just lead him around for a while.
All right.
Gonna lead him on.
Yeah.
Hey, Knox,
You're
are you
gonna
good
use him,
looking?
aren't you?
Yeah.
He's got
For
cauliflower.
fraction
Yeah, I mean,
is her
there
appearance is
are
50.
some scars, but
Okay.
not many
Oh.
because I'm the champion.
He's got cauliflower ears.
Yeah. It turns
No,
out every once in a
not
while, CJ seems like he would like to get in good with you too.
Oh.
Oh, CJ. Oh, gosh, he's weird. I don't like him. I just kind of brushed him off. I don't think I'll talk to him. He'll be gone pretty fast. I mean, there's nothing there.
CJ had some sort of attachment to me. It seems he seems easily distracted, I suppose, and that'll probably work in my favor. He does seem like he would be kind of one of the first ones to be killed for some reason. He's just, I don't know, a little ditzy, but he seems to like me fine, so I'll probably.
All right.
That'd be good.
CJ
No.
seems
CJ plays the field.
he's happy to be happy with people. In fact, he's very open. He's nice to you. He is very generous with the natives.
Allies are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always notices when the ladies notice him in the streets, and he always gives them a wave. He takes selfies
He's
with
a
them.
great wingman. Like we
Yes.
go out and party a little bit.
Yeah, CJ is really into it. By the way, during the course of the time, you actually find out that CJ is studying in Melbourne.
Okay.
He's from Buenos Aires, but he comes from a family that was wealthy enough to send him abroad for school. It seems like he speaks a lot of languages.
How welcoming is Heinrich?
Heinrich doesn't like to spend any time with anybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not
You
gonna-
guys,
no.
He
first
is
of all, a few of
German.
you are clearly of the inferior races, and
Mm.
he doesn't feel like he should hang out with you.
Okay.
He always has very short answers, and he tries to avoid talking to anyone.
Uh-huh.
Every once in a while, though, you do notice that he and Jin seem to will actually have a conversation.
Huh.
So I'm gonna
That's
go up.
weird.
I'm gonna go to Heinrich in the course of the days, and at some point I'm gonna ask him. So what are you doing on the show? What's your plan?
I am here to win.
All right, but for what reason? Just cause or?
For training, for victory.
Oh, okay. All right.
Show that winning is important.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool thing
Also,
to do.
$1 million.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess that's good.
Actually,
But
competition
well,
is very difficult.
but I mean about the castle. Like, do you have any interest in the castle?
Of course, it is
Like-
castle.
Have you ever considered like building like some sort of a lair?
Like
What?
home in castle.
Well-
I will of course live in castle.
Okay. All right. Good. And I'll walk away. Yeah. I don't know about Heinrich. Kind of seems a little off kilter, you know. I mean, Germans are usually always the bad guys, and he's probably fits into that description. I asked him if he wanted to build a lair out of the castle because I figured that's what people like him would do. So, have to see.
I do want to talk to Freddy though.
Okay.
I want to approach Freddy. Hello, Freddy. How are you?
I watch
Oh,
them as they talk
hey.
about 20 feet away.
How's it going?
Yeah. Well,
It's good to meet you. Remind me of your name again.
I am Karlov.
Carl.
Yes, I am Karlov.
Karlov. All right, I'll have to get the pronunciation.
His family name
Hmm.
comes down the Nevsky line.
Oh, okay. All right.
What is your name? Family name?
Oh, no. I mean, my dad named me after one of the friends he knew in college. That's all.
Good friend.
I guess. I mean, he had sleep insomnia and he died of it. So, you know. But anyway, yeah, I guess they were good friends. Anyway, what
Horror movies.
what exactly are
Too many
what's up?
You seemed nice.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
Oh God,
Oh.
run!
Oh no.
Is that not a good thing to say to people now? Everyone cringed when I said that.
No, just the,
In
the
America, you seem
accent
nice.
is
It's always followed by, would you like to come up to my room?
Oh.
Do you
He's just talking about like his
So-
dead father, and you're like, you seem nice.
I know, right?
So, you
My
want to
father
the castle?
yeah.
For what reason?
Well, the castle has a lot of personal significance. I
And
mean-
it does personal significance to me.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I know, right? Anywhere that's cool enough to shoot a movie like The Drifters would be like crazy. I mean, man, the performances in that movie are off the charts. I can't get over it. And the final scene where wait, have you seen it?
no.
Oh, I can't.
You remember
I
when
can't
this was in
ruin it.
all the papers in Brasovia? It was supposedly this amazing thing an American production company was coming to do a movie. And you also remember afterwards that this was a horrible B-rated horror flick and it was an insult to your country.
Yeah.
I can't
and they
ruin it
never
for you.
sent film back to a country.
To Brasovia? No.
Oh, didn't it?
No.
Yeah, no. I saw
Yeah,
it.
No,
like
they
you
didn't
never
do
get
that
to
on
see the
purpose.
movie.
It's one of the best
Don't get any
films
money.
I have ever seen.
It's also a cultural landmark in my country.
Oh! Well, wait.
Bygones be bygones.
You're from Brasovia?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Okay, I got to talk to you about the history of that place because frankly, I have a
Oh.
lot of questions.
I know a lot of the history. I studied its history.
Really? Okay. So like so about vampires. Like
Yes, my babushka. She
was a vampire.
warned me of vampires.
so they're a thing over there. Like is it part of the culture? Like is it something where like you have the vampire festival? Do you have popsicles shaped
We're
like
all
them?
related to a vampire.
Duly noted.
You have garlic in the kitchen.
Well, okay, but what like is it true that people like hang crucifixes over the door and stuff? Or is that is that like not a Roman Catholic thing? I don't know how this works out.
We've got crucifixes.
Okay, all right.
But you only care about the castle.
Well, no, I want the money too.
Oh,
I mean,
course.
I really need
everyone
the
wants money. But you only care for the castle. Would you keep the castle in its condition?
Well, see, that depends, because my plan was to have the castle first and then live in it for a while and then maybe start my own production studio and remake The Drifters. Because there's a lot of things in the original film that I think were spot on, but there are a couple of directorial changes that I really think could work out.
Yes, but you would keep it in its cultural significance and not make a party mansion.
Oh, of course not. No.
Oh,
I'm not
good.
gonna-
I was worried you were like one of those Americans only caring about parties.
Why would we only... Well, I mean, parties are... I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I keep the castle. You have to keep that in pristine position. It's like owning a sealed copy of Weird Tales number 5.
So I only care about the Baron position. I feel as though our interests are aligned.
Well, I kind of want the Baron position as well. Because I feel like it give me a lot of chances to institute festivals and stuff having to do with the core and cultural significance of Brasovia.
You should also know that as long as the barony is vacant, the government keeps having to spend money to upkeep this castle because the castle has a staff, a minimum skeletal staff that has to take care of it so it doesn't fall into disrepair. So as soon as one of you wins, part of that $1 million is money that you get to spend like handling the castle.
Don't worry,
So-
dude. I'm all about flipping this thing, making it totally modern.
Look,
I'm talking minimalism. I'm talking black on white on black on white.
Are you just coming over and in our conversation?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any history?
Probably
Make a
gonna
history roll
explode
for me.
For
Me?
my
Yeah.
next. action movie.
Natural
I'll host
history
an
or
action
regular
movie
history?
night.
Regular history.
So yeah, I feel like Brasovia could benefit from a lot of cultural, festivals.
Don't. No.
That sort of thing.
No,
Okay.
no,
We
I
don't
didn't
festival
make it.
in
All right.
Brasovia.
You
Not
suspect
yet,
that there
'cause you
may
don't know
be
how cool it is.
certain legal factors on the ground that will make your goals more difficult.
Okay.
You're not exactly certain what it is, but you're starting to get the sense that this castle means a lot more to the Brasovians than just some castle they're trying to give away as a prize.
So,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna make time to talk to Kevin.
I want to talk to you, dude.
But alliance for now.
What do you want to talk about, man?
Oh,
We'll worry
So-
about the barony and the
Wait for
ownership of
Carl
the
to shut
castle
up.
later.
Well, I kind of feel like alliances are something we really shouldn't figure out until we actually know what we're doing, right? Like, I mean, we know the game, but we don't know how it's played. But I mean, after we get to the castle, yeah, let's talk. Karlov. Guy kind of worries me. He offered me an alliance, which is a little weird, I think. Kind of weird to do that this early on. Kind of showing his hand there. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what happens. I feel like he could be the first one to go. I mean, he was super strong in the first part there, but I don't know, something about him. He just doesn't kind of get people, you know.
Freddy is weak. He will be voted out number 1.
By the way, almost all the time that you guys are out during this month, this prep month, people are following your cameras. You're
Yeah.
already being filmed in all of this.
Oh, okay.
Like occasionally you can go off and do things, but whenever you're out as a group or any of these
But
socials,
the civilians around us don't get to know why we're being filmed.
yeah, like they think you're either on no
Like
reservations,
famous, yeah, maybe
or,
we're famous in another country.
Yeah, sometimes people come up and say, "Oh, is this American television? Is Anthony Bourdain here?" And it's like that kind of thing. Like they
Are you
think,
Tom Cruise?
yeah.
At some point during the time while we're stationed there, I'd like to go to a library or something and research and learn all I can about Brasovia and the country, just to see what I know, just in general.
Sure. All right. We'll get to that in just a moment.
Okay.
Let's see what
Oh.
these two want to talk about.
Okay.
So Kevin,
CJ sees that you're going on. We're talking to Kevin. And he goes, hi. I'll be over here. He's like,
He's
there's a couple ladies looking at a Monet, and he goes, "Oh, Monet."
yeah, he's easily distracted.
such a-
Is he holding beignets
He's
while
like-
he's looking at the Monet?
No, you're not allowed to have beignets in the museum.
Oh, okay.
He's like a sidler.
So Kevin, is it just me or do you know a good amount about reality shows? Because I don't know much.
Dude, I mean,
Do you
I
get-
try
do you
my
have any
best.
Tips, man.
I got a lot of friends who know people who have cousins that get on reality TV shows, and I mean, just in Santa Barbara, there's just a lot of that in that area. You know, it's
Right,
always cool to try to make some things happen, man. Get some things moving and shaking. You know.
So moving and shaking is how you
Yeah,
win.
moving and shaking on reality TV, man. That sounds great.
Has Kevin ever been on a different?
I'm like
another
taking
reality show
notes.
before? Okay.
No.
Moving and shaking. All right.
This is his first opportunity, and he's gonna throw himself into it full.
Have you seen Knox on television?
I have, dude. I saw you at MGM Grand defend your title. You're such a badass, dude.
Thanks. It was a rough one. I had to.
I don't.
That guy was scary, man. I had to dodge the entire time. He
I don't
just
know
kept
how you-
coming. He kept coming.
I don't know how you do it, man. Fucking respect, dude.
Quick feet, man. Quick feet.
Quick feet,
It's
man.
all in the feet.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is one of the best conversations I've had today, and I think that you and I should have an understanding between the two of us about, just, stuff.
I don't quite see what you're saying,
You
but I
know?
but
Yeah.
yeah.
So you two should
I
both
think-
make idea rolls.
Oh, you roll first.
This is
Here,
ideal.
Will.
Idea.
Will.
Idea.
Where's that
Yeah.
at?
What's the
It's
natural?
at the top there.
Yeah. It's at the top.
Over to
It's
the far right.
It's your.
Oh,
Girl didn't get
nope,
an idea.
I didn't get an idea.
45.
Did you get under your idea?
I don't have any points in it, so.
Oh no,
no,
it's,
no,
it's
no,
You're
a,
supposed to.
Stat.
yeah,
yeah,
it's,
you're supposed
it's,
to
it's
roll.
5 times your
Intellect.
intellect. Yeah.
5 times your intellect is 45. I rolled 45.
Oh, okay. Barely making
Wow,
it.
your intellect is 7?
7 times?
No, it's 9.
Nine.
Oh, 9. Whoops.
Wow.
Math major!
Ooh.
That's on
Math
cam.
majors do everything with calculus.
I'm
If it's
joking.
multiplying, it's
Yeah.
way beneath their
It's
their
so
pay
beneath
grade.
us.
It's like they have machines that do that for them.
I was a math major, not an accountant.
Wait, so what does that give me?
So with 45, you notice that while the two of you are talking, the cameraman is like half a block away, and he's
It's
got
right
like
here.
this big microphone thing pointed at the two of you. He's like, and as soon as you look over there, he goes,
Dude,
All right.
that means, yeah, like, we are in this together for now.
Look, I'm just afraid of that Karlovich guy.
Dude,
He is.
dude is
he
such
is-
a
oh my
total
gosh.
sketchball, man.
Why would they put a plant in the show? Like, don't they want it to be fair?
Dude, reality television isn't about being fair, dude. This guy is totally in the lead, and we need to coalesce.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
The best idea.
I'll check back in with you some other time, but till then, gotta distance ourselves. Make sure nobody knows we're working together, man.
True that.
Okay.
Kevin seems to know the most about reality shows from the people here, so I'm definitely looking to use him as a resource because I'm really determined to win.
Knox? Dude, I was so excited to see him, man. Dude has been killing it. He is one of the best fighters in the world. And I'm so excited. I think I could use him, get close with him, bro down. But, I mean, he's a fighter. I don't think that he has the kind of intelligence I'm gonna bring to this house. I keep saying house, it's castle. I'm gonna make this castle my kingdom, man.
Right. Right.
"Hey, Freddy, so you're off to the library.
Mhm.
Does anyone else try to sneak away and do alone things without?"
No,
Be-
I want to talk to him.
Ooh,
for a while.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come up to you and ask you about how well you shot the rifle the other day. How long have you been shooting rifles?
Yes, since I could stand.
Really? Since you could. Wow, that's a long time.
Papa was adamant about if you eat the beast, you must kill the beast.
Oh my.
Well, maybe you could show me some pointers sometime. I could.
Ooh.
Cultural barriers are being crossed.
I've got a couple shotguns in my room.
I'm primarily trained in a handgun, but I've never shot a rifle before.
He wants to teach you how to eat the beast.
Oh, he's turning red.
Yeah, I will.
Yes, yes. What, do you think there is a range nearby? I don't know of the gun, or I would know of the gun laws in Italy. I have law.
What are the gun laws in Italy?
What's the gun law in Italy?
You're not a good lawyer if you don't know. How can you be a lawyer?
You are not allowed to have a gun in public in Italy.
But they're shooting ranges.
There are shooting ranges. Like most of the European Union, they are civilized and do not let everyone have an arsenal in their basements.
Do you miss
This
Papa's
is not
arsenal?
America where we have slaves and shotguns and AK-47s in our pickup trucks.
An apple pie.
And freedom. Don't forget freedom.
Yes, we
the
could
freedom to
find
be
firing
obese.
range. Would it be good for TV show?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think that would be good. I think that I could teach you more about the handgun too.
And I teach you of the shotgun.
Who's the biggest softie? That is definitely has to be Karlov. He's gonna be out of there, like soon. He taught me how to shoot a rifle, which was pretty cool. But that's pretty much gonna be his downfall. He's too accommodating.
Gloria is attractive. I am not used to this attention. In Brasovia, women turn the other way. Women will go for Americans, like Knox.
Yeah, they're all softies. they aren't gonna last very long.
Hmm.
The end. And now I'm gonna just walk away. Now I'm home.
Wow. Gloria does a lot of this hit and run stuff. Like,
The brief
hey,
rush.
and I walk away.
Like,
And I walk-
As soon as we like put the guns down,
There's a
you
lot
just-
of
you just
B-roll of
gone.
Gloria walking away from
I
it.
caught what
I
I
learned
needed.
what I needed to know.
By the way, so far, you guys all realize Abby's the only person in the group who's married. Are
Oh.
you married? Okay, because Abby has a husband back home. He's super excited about like where this
Watching
is
all
going to
the-
go.
stuff.
He's
All-
watching the chickens.
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
Brasovia-
he's taking care of the farm.
All the Brasovian girls want to marry Americans.
Do I know that it will violate the rules of the show if I go up and talk to some of the cameraman at this stage of the game?
At this stage, you can talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah, at this stage, there's none of that whole random stuff. So, a lot of the cameramen are local, like unionized folks. So some of them only speak Italian. But if you find someone who speaks English, you can talk to them. Do you speak any other languages?
No, just English.
Yes. So.
So what do I find at the library?
Oh, all right. So, what skill are you gonna use to do research? Your history or occult or?
I believe I will do
library science?
library use if that's okay.
Yes.
Okay. Since that is my highest rated skill,
Ooh. What's your percentage on that?
89.
Ooh. Okay.
That is a success. I got a 5 on the roll.
Oh my gosh! All right, so you are very lucky. It turns out Italy has a lot of libraries in it. Not unusually enough, the Catholic Church has prevented a lot of old school information from leaving the country, and so
I don't get stuck in a vacuum sealed room, do I?
No,
Okay,
no,
good.
not yet. That will happen in the castle.
All right.
But here there are lots and lots of libraries. You do the whole. I keep forgetting his name. The
Angels and Demons thing.
yeah, what's that
That's
guy?
what I was referencing. Tom Hanks.
Yeah, you go from
whatever.
library to
Dan
library. Yeah. You get sent around to different places. You find a manuscript, and they go, "Oh yeah, the original is over here."
You're ripping
Yeah.
apart paintings
Yeah.
left.
It turns out
The
that
treasure map's on the back.
it turns out that a lot of what you're looking for is actually belongs to the church. Like half the time you're looking
Oh.
for something and there's a reference to it in the library, and they go, "Oh yeah, if you go to the cathedral in Milan, they have it in their archives over there."
Okay.
And you have to request that they send you over to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're doing research on Brasovian history. Are you looking for anything specific?
Yeah. I am looking for information about this castle specifically,
Mhm.
and the surrounding lands, and the history of the castle's construction. Because if you remember, The Drifters was written, and some of the crew members there was rumored to have died during production.
Yes.
So my horror otaku brain is going, I wonder if there's some sort of curse or something that's laid over
Yep.
the castle.
Sure. So first of all, the castle was built in 1857.
Okay.
It
Do I know relevant to surrounding history if that has any significance?
No. The only thing that's important about that year that you can tell is that apparently it was a time when Brasovia was kind of like getting out of sort of this feudal stage of people kind of living very open, and they had enough money.
Mhm.
A big wealthy family came in and built. You roll a 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't know for sure. The old records are in Brasovia.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely unearth some information that there are a bunch of people who believe that this castle was built by the old Tepes family, and that you actually think that whole Dracula story actually came out of this place. In fact, it doesn't take you a lot of research to realize that Brasovia is above what's used to be Transylvania. And that this is the part where, like, all those random stories about old women with, like, Dracula and people being killed and stuff like that. So this castle has always been surrounded by those kinds of stories. That some wealthy family came in, they got enough money that they were to build this castle, which got them a barony because they were rich, and they're going, "Oh, you're rich! Welcome to our country. Would you like a vote in the parliament?"
Mhm.
And as far as you can tell, all these were just interesting stories. Like all big families, there were like random historical things, like, backstabbing, 3 sons fighting each other to get the title, that kind of thing. Mismarriages, cousins sleeping with each other, babies
Yes.
being aborted so that they don't grow up deformed, that kind of thing. Stuff
Oh,
that
boy.
happened in the early 1900s. But yeah, your primary historical thing that really touches you and gets your interest
Mhm.
is the fact that this may be the birthplace of the Dracula story.
Wow. So now my
Oh.
my subtle interest in this has just inflamed into a huge full-blown like I need this castle at any cost.
You also find that every time this comes up,
Mhm.
the Brasovian government just kind of poo-poos it and says, "Nah, this is a foolish myth. No truth to it."
Do I get does it get the sense they poo-poo it because it's a legend and it has bad connotations? Because normally, even in Transylvania, they'll make a huge deal of things like that for tourism benefits.
Yes, but it turns out that Romania actually has a department that handles the Dracula story. The Dracula Society actually has tours. I actually almost went on one when I was in college, in real life. This actually exists, and it turns out that this is not the castle. Like, basically, the Romanian government says, yeah, if you start to, probably we will sue you.
So they're competing on what the actual castle
Yes,
is.
this is not where the arc actually ended up as like.
Right.
But so this is something that not only does the Brasovia government kind of think is embarrassing and weird, but they also don't want to get in with this whole disagreement because Romania actually kind of is more powerful than them as a country, and they don't want to like get in bad. And it's like, if the Romanian Department of Tourism calls them and says, "Hey, are you starting to tell people that Dracula was born in your castle?" It's like, all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna send our 10 soldiers to the border.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
All
Okay.
they have in their two countries are militaries. They're nothing else.
But besides the Dracula story, I find nothing else about like mysterious cults who used the castle in the past. Or anything. No. Okay.
Nobody. Mysterious cults don't use the castle. This
Just
is a
checking.
family heirloom until, like, basically the Soviet Union took over and they dissolved the old, like, baronial system, and the families that had the money left, and the castle was left fallow. And then in recent years, the government took it over again because it's a landmark, and they want to preserve the ancient history of Brasovia and stuff like that.
All right.
The family that used to live here is long gone. They've migrated to other countries and become like landed gentry. They could be living in Vancouver, BC, and own a bunch of Chinese dim sum restaurants or what have you. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I'm taking no prisoners. I'm here to win. And believe me, when I win this $1 million, this castle, this raggedy castle that needs to be renovated, I'm going to pitch a show to ABC, and you're going to follow me as I take this dump and elevate it to party level, Ben. Party level. You got me?